Hey everybody, Brian Good here. Thanks for being patient with me on getting these video blogs out. I've been out for the past several days, but I'm back today, and then I'm going to be filling in for Kevin, by the way, tomorrow night. And we're going to cover the post today in two sections. This first post today is going to be about the front for tomorrow into this weekend. We have a lot of events taking place outside, not to mention high school football. So I'll get you through that. I'll do a post later on today toward the evening. I'm not sure if it's going to be video form or not, but this will get you through the longer term. I'm going to take a glance at the fall outlook and at least hint at the winter outlook as well. Keep in mind our winter thoughts. I'm not going to publish those until about 51 days from today, which isn't that far. But I'm getting more and more data each and every day I come in, so it's a matter of time before we are able to hash it out pretty good. So it's going to be an interesting season. Either way you look at it, and I think you all know that by now, but it is not a season you can compare to any other seasons. That is a hint. All right, let's get you through the severe risk for today. It's not here. Only general thunderstorm risk that is being found across southeast Kentucky, and then pretty good pocket of wind energy here across Kansas. That's why they're getting enhanced outlook for severe weather today. Tomorrow, no severe weather is forecast for the lower 48. We're in the general thunderstorm category. I'll explain that setup for you guys. And then as we get into Sunday, yeah, we're fine. It says Saturday here, but it's actually Sunday. We're fine. We're in good shape as we head into the second half of the weekend especially. Right now it's 81 outside. Got some 70s. Now the cloud cover, as you'll soon see, is mainly across our southeast section. That's why it's cooler. Only in the lower 70s there while the sun is out. And now we got some 80s showing up Louisville, north and west. And here it is. From space, you can see a very speckled look to the cumulus clouds along the Louisville metro. You get into the thicker clouds. That's where also the boundary is finally moving through. So there's some pop-up downpours now from Washington County, Marion County, all the way down into Hart County. So those of you from Lebanon and Springfield and Greensburg and Campbellsville and Columbia will likely see a few downpours the next few hours before the dry air works its way in from the north and west. Now, this is not all of it. This is just part one. We're in this little break that'll move in here tonight. This activity will try to blow up around St. Louis tonight, but it'll run into that dry air over us and fall apart before sunrise. So it's going to be dry tonight. Our next headache is going to be this front. And this is a front that last time I blogged with you guys last week, more than a week ago, this is the one that was slated for closer to the 16th of September to show up. It's now going to show up, it looks like, for tomorrow night into Saturday, so 12th and 13th. So you can see how the long-term things can speed up and slow down. It's sped up about 3 or 4 days compared to what it looked like last week when I did the blog. But this is the one that is going to allow for a better chance to get some really cool air into here and get some dry air to punch in from the north as well. A true discharge from the north, basically, as we enter this weekend. All right, so this is how things are looking for the setup here. For this afternoon futurecast, again, mainly cloudy south and east. We'll make it in the mid-80s, it looks like. Again, you saw that brief little shower activity in St. Louis that fell apart before it even gets here. So we're going to wake up on a dry note on your Friday. Now, by midday, early afternoon, we're going to get some sunshine in here. And notice the thunderstorm concentration over Kentucky more than Indiana. And I'll explain why I think that is. The chance for maybe some stronger storms, too. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see an outlook here for a marginal risk for severe weather. Nothing higher than that. But a marginal risk is possible for Kentucky if we can get enough sunshine in the morning. That's a big if there on that sun part. Otherwise, a very broken line in general. The heaviest looks to take place 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon through the evening rush. And then as we head into the football games, I think most of the football games will be fine. It may be cloudy, a little drizzly in spots, maybe some sprinkles, but true football weather, in my opinion. Nothing heavy is expected for the games, but the fields may be wet at times, and you may need a jacket because it is going to cool off, especially if we get any clearing that will take place. Now, as we end to Saturday, we're going to start off with a few clouds around. Otherwise, we'll try to heat things up with some sunshine, but I tell you what, we're underneath a closed low, upper level low on the back side of this front that comes through tomorrow. And it's going to be this part of the setup here. Central and East Kentucky, Cincinnati, and Southeast Indiana. This is the zone that's going to be trapped under quite a bit of cool air, it looks like, as we head into Saturday. And any sunshine creates a very strong imbalance. We see this a lot in the spring and in the summer. You still can get a decent amount of sun throughout the day to heat things up, but you've got unusually cold air aloft and pretty close to the ground level, by the way. That creates an imbalance. The first imbalance will likely be a cloud deck. It could be a lot of cumulus. They could be more of a stratocumulus where they combine together and it may become completely overcast Saturday afternoon. That is possible. There's good and bad on that. If we become a lot of stratocumulus takes over, even stratus period, but we become pretty much in a situation where we're overcast. That will limit the sun to heat the ground up because the clouds are blocking it. So you cut down on a lot of your scattered showers and your chances for lightning and thunder, in fact, to develop. If we get a mix of sun and clouds, you've got just enough of the back and forth that you're going to have numerous popcorn-like showers and thunderstorms, and even some small hail that can come out of some of these across central and east Kentucky. And Futurecast shows that we will see that chance for some of those pop-ups to develop as we head into Saturday afternoon into the evening. I think it's going to be mainly along and east of 65. Looks to be the best moisture area and the best chance for some of that imbalance to take place. I'll show you some of the maps to explain that in a second. But then look at this. Saturday night into Sunday morning, hey, if we clear out, and I think we will, I think here in Louisville right around 50, it looks manageable, but lots of 40s showing up for the first time since the spring. Hello, fall's sneaking up on us. All right, let's talk about, first off, Friday's instability. All right, I know this map is hard to read, but this is Louisville right here, and this is where the Capes we look at for instability. There's not a lot here to work with. In fact, it's pretty low. Here's that pocket of wind energy, though, that I was talking about. It dives in across Cape Girardeau and southern Illinois and pushes in around midday across West Kentucky and maybe up to Louisville, and that could be the area that has just enough focus for some gusty winds, produce a warning or two. The sun is really going to impact that. That pocket of wind is likely to still come through, but if it doesn't have instability to work with, it's just a pocket of wind aloft and you don't even notice anything. But I do think there will be at least some sunshine early in the day that this may enhance some thunderstorms across Louisville to Hopkinsville and E-Town, perhaps in the afternoon, mid-afternoon to late afternoon on Friday. Notice there's not as much energy to the north. That's why you don't have as much organization of thunderstorms across Indiana compared to the south. When you look at the moisture fields as we head into tomorrow, yeah, I mean, it's not off the charts for to see that. Actually, this is going to be, let me fast forward here. This is going to be Saturday's moisture field. So that was Friday's explanation. You can tell I've been gone for a while. Friday's setup. I just covered that. All right, thunderstorms, Louisville south, scattered showers north, and the ease by Friday evening. I hope that's clear. Here is Saturday. Saturday, at the lower levels, there is some moisture here to work with. You see the higher concentration, East Kentucky and Southern Kentucky, for that deeper moisture, all right? So it's, not a lot, but it's just enough. But lapse rates are going to be there, and this is the amount of lift, basically, we can have to get some thunderstorms to build up. And again, these are going to be very short thunderstorms, not very tall at all. There's a lot of dry air just above our atmosphere here, or just above our layer of the atmosphere. So these thunderstorms will have a limited time to grow, but if we get any sun, they could grow to small thunderstorms, and since the freezing level is lower than usual, a few of those could produce a few areas of pea-sized hail. But we're seeing signs that is potential to take place. And if we see that, again, you'll have a chance to get to about 70 or so for an afternoon high. But if that overcast sky develops midday Saturday, early afternoon Saturday, a lot of us, including Louisville, may not get out of the 60s. So clouds, by far, are the biggest player in temperature and the amount of rain coverage on Saturday. It's going to be clouds. You kind of want a cloudy day, is what I'm trying to say, to keep things calm. Any type of sunshine will make it a little stormy at times, mixed in with sunshine, and it may be difficult to plan outdoor activities. But it would be warmer if you had a little bit of sun. Either way, the NAM model is also showing that broken sky. Again, I've seen these situations a lot. We actually develop a pretty good overcast sky. And that's why you're seeing probably different forecasts right now. Some are saying 60s for highs on Saturday. Some are saying 70s. And that's the disagreement between meteorologists, is we're all trying to figure out which one's most likely. The overcast sky, or is it going to be more broken and you get a little bit of heating and some small thunderstorms and small hail? It's a good question, and we're trying to answer that the best we can, and we're not really going to know until tomorrow, to be honest with you. And here's the Capes here for Saturday. Again, not a lot of instability, but just enough to create that imbalance. Hope that all made sense. I can't believe I went 9 minutes for just 2 days of weather here I'm talking about. Anyway, but Sunday looks great. At this point, if the timing holds, Sunday will be sunny. Any rain chance will be closer to Lexington on Sunday, if not further east. All right, so that's it for the short term for the weekend. I'm going to tackle the longer term, and you Bots fans, I'm sure, are going to want to tune into that. So I'll have that for you today later on, so keep an eye on the news feeds.